Hey guys, this is part 2 of the 8-mode rapid fire mod install for the old style circuit board. Well, you should know what kind of circuit board you have now because this is part 2. You should have watched part 1. But here we go, going to start running the wires in the controller, connecting everything together. We're going to start with the right trigger, that resistor coming off right there. You're going to want to take your 1.25 inch piece of wire, or 1.5 inch piece of wire, however you cut that. It's a little short one like that. And just solder it to the end of the resistor like that. Make sure it's on there good. And then I just kind of bend it around like that and solder it as best I can. Yeah, it looks like it's on there pretty good. Just kind of bend it, however, to get it out of the way. Don't let it, that hole right there is where a screw comes through or where the controller connects together. You don't want the wires in the way. Alright, now take your 3-inch piece of wire, or 3.25, however you cut that, and solder it to the left side of the headset jack, like that. And solder that to the first pin on the right side. Oh yeah, and the trigger that goes to the second pin on the right side, as you can see there. Now that wire is going to be kind of in the way, so you want to bend it down on the bottom of the circuit board like this. Alright, looking good. Now, let's go to the little circle over here on the left side of the circuit board. Remember, it's all the one all the way to the left, that little circle right there. Just solder a 6-inch piece of wire to that. And run that around the back like I'm doing here. Just try not to break anything or rip any components off the back there, of course. You'll see how I hot glue everything down together on the back so it doesn't get in the way. Alright, but once again, this is a 6-inch piece of wire. Take that and solder it to the first pin on the left side. I'm going to put all the wire lengths and what pin they come off of. Put that in the description. And here I am running the wire along there again. Just kind of twist it at the end right there so that it holds everything, you know, kind of down for now. We're going to make it more secure in a little bit. But that'll be good for now. Alright, just keep putting some solder on the soldering iron. Just make sure everything connects good. Now take your other 6-inch wire and connect it to the resistor on the left side. Once again, just run it on the back. And you're going to want to take that wire and solder it to the third pin on the right side. Just kind of bend it down like that to make it easier to solder to. And yep, the third pin on the left, or third pin on the right side. Sorry, getting mixed up here. Third pin on the right side. Looking good. Getting a lot of focus there. That's alright. Alright, now you're going to want to take your 8-inch piece of wire and solder it to the little black component up there to the, second solder point. Not the bottom one, closest, but that second one I'm soldering to right here. The top one. And just kind of bend that wire along to a little capacitor right there, and then bend it around. I'm sorry if you don't know what capacitor is, but yeah, you'll want to see. I'll show you. You want to keep it out of the way of the pads, where the button's pressed down. But yeah, just run around the back like I did with the other wires. And you're going to want to solder that one to the third pin on the left side. Just make sure it gets out of the way because we still have some more solder points to do. So you keep it out of the way of all those pads, and where that wire is kind of popping up right there by those, just put a little bit of hot glue there to hold it down good. Put a little bit too much. Burnt the end of my finger if you saw that right there. A little bit. Yep, that'll hold that in place. So, let's make sure all the wires are out of the way. You don't want them getting caught up on the little white square there where the rechargeable battery packs make contact. So that'll just prevent the controller case from closing sometimes. So yep, just lay them all like that, put some hot glue in there, and just hold them in place. And there you go. Not done yet. Still got one more, I think. Or two more. One more big wire. You're going to want to take your 2-inch piece of wire and solder it to the bottom part of the LED as I'm pointing to right there. So just flip the controller around upside down, kind of bend the wire a little bit so you can get to the bottom part of the LED there easier. Excuse me while I set up the camera. Alright, yep, bend it like that, and just put a little bit of dab of solder on there. And look at that, not good contact. Isn't that great? So we're gonna fix that, I believe. Yep, so you put a little bit more solder on than a soldering iron because didn't have enough on there to make good contact. So redo that, and there you go. That's perfect. Be careful, you don't want to rip off the LED. That's definitely not good. Of course. But just be careful with that, and there's the diode there that you need to connect to the wire coming from the LED. You can see it has a black line on one side. You want to solder the side that doesn't have the black line, just the plain orange side, to like straight off the wire. So solder the side that has a black line to the microchip. You have to get this right or else it won't work. So once again, just kind of bend this wire around, solder it to pin 2, the second pin on the left side. A little bit more solder once again. Keep up with that. Hopefully YouTube will take this video because it's over 10 minutes long, or else I'm going to have to cut some stuff out. And there you go. Remember, second pin on the left side for that, the diode. It's all looking good. Now the last wire is the 1/2 inch piece of wire, and you're just going to solder that to the 4th pin on the left side. Just kind of bend it around like I have it there. And the wire gets hot like really fast, so you gotta make that one quick. And just bend that around and solder it straight from the 4th pin to the 1st pin on the left side. A little bit of struggle there, but it looks like we got it now. That's all the wires. Hopefully you caught up with that. Once again, of course, you can just go back. I'm going to show all the wires like where you run them, and that goes to pin 1 from that left little hole to pin 1. The LED goes to pin 2 on the left side. The sync button, where that connects the little black component, goes to pin 3 on the left side, a little black square up there. Pin 4 to pin 1 on the left side. The first pin on the right side goes to the left side of the headset jack. The second pin goes to the right trigger with the resistor. And the third pin on the right side goes all the way over here to the left trigger. Hopefully you caught up with that. If this whole video won't fit, I'm going to have to cut off how to put your controller back together, because you should get that. Make sure all those wires are good. And if I don't have to cut any off, good job. Enjoy your rapid fire controller. But I'm just going to keep talking. In case it'll take this. Well, yeah, but put it back in the case, put little metal prongs down where the regular battery pack makes connection. Put that piece of plastic back. Put little rumble packs or motors in there, whatever you want to call them. Make sure those wires are out of the way too. Put the little thumbsticks back on. Once again, make sure the wire's out of the way of this little rubber pad right here, or else it'll be trouble. Just put the case back on. Make sure you got the bumpers on there. They usually stay on good, but sometimes they have a little bit of trouble. And just kind of move around the motors until this controller goes back together. Everything should kind of maybe snap together a little bit. It's not really supposed to, it's just kind of everything setting in place. Yep, just go and put all the screws back in. Yep, there you go. Thanks going to evanmods.com, buying these components. Go back there, any rapid fire mod items that you need. There you go. Enjoy your rapid fire controller on pretty much any game out there. On YouTube, please subscribe, rate, and comment. And just show you a little bit how to use it here. See how the 4th layer LED is on? That means it's on. I'm pressing the sync button right there. See how it's flashing? The LED is already flashing because it's not connected to my Xbox, but I mean, you can definitely tell that the 4th layer LED is doing that. Obviously. Then you press it once, it comes on, first mode. And well, there you go. I already said the subscribe stuff, rate, comment, all that, evanmods.com. So I'll see you next time.